The sun blazed over Crestwood University on a vibrant May afternoon in 2025, casting a golden glow across the sprawling campus. Mia Reynolds, 22, stood on the graduation stage, her heart pounding with pride. Her black gown shimmered, and her cap's gold tassel danced in the breeze. After 4 relentless years of late-night study sessions, 2 part-time jobs, and unwavering determination, Mia was about to claim her psychology degree. The auditorium buzzed with 900 voices, parents, friends, professors, cheering as she stepped toward Dean Olivia Carter to accept her diploma. Mia's sapphire eyes gleamed with dreams, her dark hair neatly tucked beneath her cap. This was her moment, the peak of every sacrifice she'd made. Then a voice sliced through the applause like a blade. "Mia's a cheat. She didn't earn that degree." The words came from her mother, Ellen Reynolds, standing in the 6th row, her face twisted with venomous rage. The auditorium fell silent, as if the world had stopped breathing. Every head turned to Ellen, then swiveled back to Mia. Camera phones flashed, capturing the chaos. Mia froze 3 steps from the dean, her perfect day collapsing like a sandcastle under a wave. "She's a fraud," Ellen screamed, her fingers stabbing the air. "I'm her mother, and I know the truth about her lies." Mia's cheeks burned, her pulse racing. Her best friend, Chloe, sat in the 8th row, her eyes wide with shock, her parents whispering in disbelief. Professor Hammond, who'd mentored Mia through advanced research methods, shook her head sadly from the faculty section. A child's cry echoed from the back, and security guards moved toward Ellen's row, their radios crackling. Mia stood paralyzed, caught between humiliation and fury, her cap feeling like a lead crown. Ellen pressed on, her voice sharp and cruel. "Ask her how she paid for her textbooks. Ask about the nights she begged me for money." The lies flowed effortlessly, each word a calculated strike. Ellen never mentioned how she'd kicked Mia out at 18, forcing her to sleep on friends' couches or in her beat-up car. She omitted the vicious taunts when Mia chose psychology over the accounting degree Ellen demanded, calling her dreams childish nonsense. A professor Mia didn't recognize stood up, his voice firm. "Ma'am, this is not the time or place for this. Don't you dare tell me what to do." Ellen snapped, her eyes blazing. "I've kept quiet for years while she pretended to be perfect." Dean Carter cleared her throat into the microphone, the feedback screeching through the room, making everyone wince. "Let's proceed with the ceremony," she said calmly, but her warm brown eyes locked onto Mia's with deep concern. Something sparked inside Mia. Ellen had chosen this public stage to destroy her, aiming for maximum devastation. But Mia wasn't the scared teenager who'd packed her life into trash bags 4 years ago. She'd survived without Ellen's money, love, or approval, scraping by on waitressing tips and library shifts. She squared her shoulders, took a trembling breath, and strode those final 3 steps to the dean. The crowd held its breath. Ellen's voice rose again, shrill and relentless, but Mia tuned it out, a skill honed from years of dodging her mother's venom. "Congratulations, Mia," Dean Carter whispered, handing her the diploma, its weight grounding her. The dean's eyes held a silent question. "Are you okay?" Mia leaned close, her voice steady despite the storm in her chest. "Dean Carter, I need to speak with you privately after this. It's about my mom, and something much bigger." The dean nodded, her expression serious. "My office, 15 minutes. As Mia crossed the stage, Ellen's accusations grew louder, amplified by a microphone someone had foolishly handed her. Security closed in, their boots thudding on the polished floor. Mia didn't look back. She refused to give Ellen that power. Outside the auditorium, families gathered on the sunlit quad, snapping photos and laughing. Kids darted between graduates, and caps soared into the air. Mia slipped into a dim hallway, her phone buzzing relentlessly. Chloe texted, "Mia, that was insane. You okay?" Her biology study group wrote, "We know you're the real deal. Ignore her." Even Professor Lang, who rarely contacted students, sent, "Don't let her steal your light today." But Ellen's words had planted poison. Would people question Mia's hard-earned degree? Her reputation, built on perfect grades and endless hustle, now felt like a fragile house of cards. She found an empty classroom and sank into a chair, her diploma warm in her sweaty hands. Through the window she watched families celebrating, their normalcy a stark contrast to the chaos of her life. She'd always longed for that. A family who cheered without strings attached. Ellen's lies replayed in her mind, but Mia saw them differently now. Each accusation revealed Ellen's desperation to control her. Mia had broken free years ago, and this was Ellen's final attempt to drag her back. But she'd made a fatal mistake. She'd attacked Mia in front of 900 witnesses, people who knew Mia's worth. As Mia stood to head to the dean's office, her phone buzzed with an unknown number. A voicemail played and an elderly voice trembled. "Mia, this is Mrs. Beatrice Holmes, your grandma's old neighbor. I saw the graduation on the local news. There's something you need to know about your mother and your grandmother's will. Please call me." Mia's heart skipped. Grandma Hazel had died when Mia was 14, and Ellen had claimed she left everything to charity. Could there be more to the story? She saved the number, but before she could call, a janitor approached, holding a small, dusty envelope. "Miss Reynolds? Found this in the auditorium tucked under a seat. It's got your name on it." The envelope was yellowed with Mia scrawled in unfamiliar handwriting. Inside was a single note. "Check your grandmother's old safety deposit box at Crestwood Bank. Keys with Beatrice. Ellen's hiding more than you know." No signature. Mia's pulse raced. Who left this? Was it connected to Mrs. Holmes' call? She tucked the note away and hurried to Dean Carter's office, her mind buzzing with questions. Dean Carter's office was a warm oasis, its walls lined with bookshelves and framed degrees, a stark contrast to the chaos outside. She closed the door and gestured to a leather chair. "Mia, what happened out there was unacceptable. This university stands with you." Mia nodded, clutching her diploma like a lifeline. "Dean Carter, this wasn't random. My mom's been trying to destroy me for years." The dean's eyebrows rose. "What do you mean?" Mia took a shaky breath. "It started in November when my scholarship check bounced. The financial aid office said my education fund was empty, but that's impossible." She recalled that frigid day at the bursar's office. The clerk had frowned at her screen. "Miss Reynolds, your fund is gone. There's a negative balance." Mia's world had tilted. Her grandfather had left $80,000 for her education. She'd been meticulous, budgeting every cent. "That's not right," she'd said. "Show me the records." The screen revealed withdrawals starting her freshman year. Tens of thousands sent to unfamiliar accounts. Mia had used her savings from her bookstore job to hire a private investigator, Mr. Samuel Pierce, a retired detective with sharp eyes and a gravelly voice. "Mr. Pierce found a trail," Mia told the dean. "My mom forged my signature, impersonated me in bank calls, and moved my money to an offshore account in Bermuda. She practiced my signature in notebooks, copying it thousands of times." Dean Carter's face hardened. "That's criminal, Mia. Have you contacted the authorities?" "Not yet. I needed proof." Mia pulled out her phone, showing bank records, forged forms, and recordings. One call from December haunted her. Ellen had sneered. "Still scraping by, Mia? If you'd picked accounting, you wouldn't be so poor." Meanwhile, she'd spent Mia's money on luxury spa retreats and designer jewelry. "I recorded her after that," Mia said. "She kept calling, saying I'd fail without her, that I'd beg for her help." A month before graduation, Ellen had called, her voice dripping with smugness. "Mia, you'll crash without me. You're not as strong as you think." Mia had stayed silent, letting Mr. Pierce record every word as evidence of emotional and financial abuse. "I knew she'd try something big today," Mia admitted. "She thrives on drama, but I didn't expect her to ruin my graduation." Dean Carter leaned back, stunned. "This is serious abuse. What's your next step?" "I'm going to make her face consequences," Mia said, her voice steady. "Not just for me, but for anyone else she might hurt." Mia hesitated, then showed the dean the mysterious note. "I just got this. Someone left it in the auditorium, saying my mom's hiding something in a safety deposit box." Dean Carter's eyes widened. "That's significant. Do you trust the source?" "I don't know," Mia admitted. "But Mrs. Holmes, my grandma's neighbor, left a voicemail about the same thing. I need to find out." That evening, Mia called Mrs. Holmes. The elderly woman's voice trembled. "Mia, your grandma Hazel showed me her will before she died. She left $70,000 each for you and your brother, Lucas, for college, plus $35,000 for your future. Ellen was supposed to manage it, but she told everyone Hazel left everything to charity. Mia's heart pounded. Are you sure? I saw the will, Mrs. Holmes said. Hazel worried about Ellen's control over you. She wanted you to have freedom. And Mia, there's a safety deposit box at Crestwood Bank. Hazel gave me the key years ago, said to give it to you if Ellen ever hurt you. Mia met Mrs. Holmes at her quaint cottage the next morning. The older woman handed her a small tarnished key. Hazel said it holds proof of Ellen's lies. Be careful. Mia drove to Lucas's apartment, a cramped space above a mechanic's garage. At 24, Lucas was Ellen's golden child, always praised while Mia was criticized. He opened the door, his hands stained with oil. Mom says you're tearing the family apart, he said, frowning. Mia spread out Mr. Pierce's documents. She stole our college funds, Lucas. She told you I spent mine on parties, but look, she moved it to her accounts. Lucas's jaw dropped. She said we couldn't afford college because you drained the money. I believed her. She took your fund too, Mia said, showing more records. And Grandma Hazel left us $70,000 each. Ellen lied about the will. There's a safety deposit box that might prove it. Lucas sank onto a chair, his face pale. She always said she was saving for my education. That's why I didn't go to college. Mia and Lucas went to Crestwood Bank the next day, the key heavy in Mia's pocket. The bank manager led them to a vault, where Mia unlocked box 472. Inside was a stack of documents, a small journal, and a letter in Hazel's elegant script. Mia's hands trembled as she read. Mia and Lucas, if you're reading this, Ellen has betrayed you. These papers show she diverted your inheritance to her accounts. The journal details her schemes. Forgive me for not stopping her. Use this to reclaim your future. Love, Grandma Hazel. The documents revealed Ellen had forged Hazel's signature to access the inheritance, transferring $105,000 to her own investments. The journal chronicled years of Ellen's manipulations, including lies to family about Mia's recklessness, to justify her actions. Mia felt a mix of rage and sorrow. Hazel had known Ellen's nature but couldn't protect them. News of the lawsuit spread like wildfire through Crestwood's 18,000 residents. Ellen had been a community pillar, chairing the Arts Council and hosting charity galas. Now her image shattered. Mia's phone buzzed with messages. Her old neighbor, Mrs. Clara Evans, texted, I always suspected Ellen's money wasn't right. She bragged about cruises while saying she couldn't help you. Then came a call from Ellen's former friend, Rachel Moore. Mia, we need to talk, Rachel said. Over coffee at Crestwood Cafe, she looked nervous. Ellen's been gambling for years. She borrowed $7,000 from me, saying it was for your hospital bills. She never paid it back. Last month she asked for $9,000, claiming you were in legal trouble. I refused. Mia's stomach churned. Ellen had been running a scam, using Mia as an excuse to borrow money while siphoning her education fund. She's been lying to everyone, Rachel said. Her casino trips were an addiction. A month later, Mia received a letter from her estranged cousin, Natalie, who'd left town after a fight with Ellen. The letter read, Mia, I saw the lawsuit news. Ellen borrowed $15,000 from me, saying it was for Lucas's surgery. I never got it back. I have documents showing she forged my signature too. Mia met Natalie at a quiet park, their first reunion in a decade. Natalie's eyes were red. Ellen threatened to ruin my business if I spoke out. She's been stealing from family for years. This deepened the case. Ellen wasn't just targeting Mia. She was a serial fraudster. Mia shared Natalie's documents with Sophia, who filed for broader discovery, demanding Ellen's financial records from the past 25 years. 6 weeks later, Mia received an anonymous package at her apartment. Inside was a USB drive with audio files and a note. Ellen's secrets go deeper. Use this carefully. The files contained recordings of Ellen speaking to a man named Victor Klein, discussing moving the money, and keeping Mia in the dark. One file revealed Ellen had bribed a bank employee, Mr. Harold Vance, to approve the fraudulent withdrawals. Mia and Sophia traced the package to Harold, now a retired bank manager. They met him at a diner, his hands trembling. I couldn't stay silent, Harold said. Ellen paid me $6,000 to look the other way. I kept these recordings as insurance. I'm sorry, Mia. This was a game changer. Ellen's crimes involved corruption, not just theft. Sophia added bribery charges to the lawsuit, strengthening the case. 2 weeks before the preliminary hearing, Mia's high school counselor, Mrs. Linda Foster, called. Mia, I found old records. Your mom withdrew you from the gifted program in 10th grade, claiming you couldn't handle it. I fought her, but she insisted. I think she didn't want you to outshine her. This revelation cut deep. Ellen hadn't just stolen money. She'd sabotaged Mia's early education to keep her dependent. Mia shared this with Sophia, who added it as evidence of long-term emotional abuse. In July 2025, Mia faced Ellen in a packed courtroom. Ellen wore a tailored suit, avoiding Mia's gaze. Judge Abigail Turner, a stern woman with sharp eyes, listened as Sophia presented the case. Your Honor, Ellen Reynolds forged signatures, stole $80,000 from Mia's education fund, concealed $105,000 in inheritance, and bribed a bank employee. Ellen's lawyer, Mr. Victor Klein, the same man from the recordings, stood. This is a family misunderstanding, Your Honor. Ellen managed Mia's money responsibly. Judge Turner's voice was icy. Mrs. Reynolds, did you have legal authority to move Mia's funds after she turned 18? Ellen faltered. I was protecting her, Your Honor. She's reckless. That's not what I asked, the judge said. Did you have permission? Ellen's silence was damning. I'm ordering a forensic audit, Judge Turner declared. We'll reconvene in 30 days. After the hearing, Mia's Aunt Susan called. Mia, there's more. When Grandma Hazel died, Ellen convinced me to invest $60,000 of my inheritance in her business. She moved it to her accounts. Mia's head spun. Ellen's deception spanned generations. Susan's voice broke. She threatened to cut me off if I told anyone. I was too scared. That night, Mia visited Lucas. He was furious. Mom told me Susan was the irresponsible one. She lied about everyone. A week later, Mr. Pierce uncovered a new lead. Ellen had worked with a shady financial advisor, Mr. Gregory Holt, who helped funnel the stolen money into offshore accounts. Mia confronted Gregory at his office, Sophia by her side. We have proof of your involvement, Mia said. Come clean or face charges. Gregory crumbled. Ellen promised me a cut. I didn't know she was stealing from her kids. He agreed to testify against Ellen, providing bank records that traced the money to her personal accounts. In January 2026, the final hearing arrived. The courtroom buzzed with reporters, family, and locals. Ellen looked worn, her glamour faded. Dr. Emily Stone, a handwriting expert, testified. The signatures were forged with clear intent. Ellen practiced Mia's signature extensively, showing premeditation. Judge Turner addressed the court. Ellen Reynolds stole $80,000 from Mia's education fund, concealed $105,000 in inheritance, bribed a bank employee, and collaborated with a financial advisor. Her actions are a profound betrayal. She slammed her gavel. I order Ellen to pay $185,000 in damages, plus $150,000 in punitive damages, totaling $335,000. This case is referred for criminal prosecution. Ellen collapsed, sobbing. Mia felt no triumph, only a hollow peace. Justice was served, but her family was broken. In 2026, Mia used the settlement to start the Hazel Reynolds Scholarship Fund, honoring her grandmother. It supported young women abandoned by their families. The first recipient, Sophia, a 24-year-old aspiring engineer, received $35,000. 6 others got smaller grants. At the ceremony, Mia spoke passionately. This isn't just money. It's proof you're enough, that your dreams matter. Mia bought a cozy cottage on Maple Street, planting a rose garden that bloomed vibrantly. She adopted a golden retriever named Luna, whose joyful barks filled her home. She returned to painting, her spare room a studio of vivid landscapes that sold at local galleries. Ellen faced criminal charges and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. She moved to a tiny apartment, working at a clothing store. Her letters to Mia begged for forgiveness, but Mia couldn't read them. The pain was too raw. Then a new threat emerged. Mia received an anonymous email. Shut down the scholarship or I'll destroy you. Attached was a forged document claiming Mia had cheated on her finals. The handwriting mimicked Ellen's, but she was in prison. Who was behind this? Mia hired Mr. Pierce again. He traced the email to Ellen's former lawyer, Victor Klein, who'd lost his license after the bribery scandal. Victor blamed Mia for his downfall. Mia confronted him at a coffee shop. "Victor, I know it's you. Stop or I'll press charges." Victor broke down. "Ellen ruined me, and I blamed you." Mia offered him a chance to volunteer with the scholarship fund to make amends. He accepted, finding purpose in helping others. In 2027, Mia received a package from an unknown sender. Inside was Hazel's diary, hidden in her old house's attic. The entries revealed Ellen's childhood trauma. Her father's abandonment had fueled her need for control. Hazel had tried to help, but Ellen refused therapy. The diary ended with a plea: "Save Mia and Lucas from Ellen's pain." This softened Mia's heart but didn't erase the betrayal. She shared the diary with Lucas, who was studying auto mechanics with his settlement share. "She was broken," Lucas said, "but that doesn't excuse what she did." Mia expanded the scholarship, adding a counseling program for recipients to heal from family trauma. She hired Sophia, now an engineering student, to lead it, creating a cycle of support. In 2028, the scholarship fund helped 25 women. Mia added a mentorship network, pairing recipients with professionals. Her paintings gained national attention, with a Chicago gallery featuring her From Ashes collection, each piece reflecting her journey from pain to peace. Lucas opened his own repair shop, and he and Mia grew closer, hosting weekly dinners. One night, Mia found a photo of Hazel with a note: "Mia, your heart is your power. Lift others with it." Tears fell as she realized she'd fulfilled her grandmother's dream. In 2029, Ellen was released from prison. She showed up at Mia's cottage, her face gaunt. "Mia, I've changed. Please let me back in." Mia stood on her porch, Luna by her side. "You stole my future, Mom. You don't get to rewrite the past." Ellen sobbed, collapsing on the steps. "I was scared you'd outshine me. I was wrong." Mia felt pity but stood firm. "You need to heal yourself. I can't fix you." Ellen left and Mia never saw her again. At the 2029 scholarship ceremony, Mia looked at the recipients, 30 young women with fire in their eyes. "You are not your scars," she said. "You are the future you build." Later, as she walked Luna through her rose garden, the sunset painting the sky in golds and pinks, Mia felt whole. She wasn't defined by Ellen's lies or the courtroom battles. She was Mia Reynolds, a woman who'd turned betrayal into beauty, creating a legacy of hope that would outlast the pain. Luna nuzzled her hand, the roses bloomed, and Mia knew she was finally truly free.